हाँ ओके अब चलते हैं अनदर न्यू लेसन. So I'll be finishing your alternating current by tomorrow. So I have to speed up. So alternating current lesson 18 theory. It is a derivation. What we'll be doing? What is the average power associated with an inductor? Average means if I can find out this is a complete cycle of the alternating EMF for the current from starting from 0 from here to here is a capital T. If I can find out what is the total work done in time capital T, then work done by time will be your power. So we have to find out the total work done. If this becomes 0, then 0 by something T will be also power will be 0. So let us find out the total work done due to an inductor, a coil, a conducting wire in the form of a coil, a conducting wire in the form of a coil was called an inductor. When current was growing in it, because it was applied across an alternating EMF, and due to the alternating EMF there was alternating current. The current was reaching from 0 to maximum I naught, then it was reducing from I naught to 0, then it was again increasing to I naught in the opposite direction, then was again reducing to 0 in time capital T. So let us find out the total work done in time capital T. We previously derived energy associated, that is the work done by an inductor, was half Li square. That is to build up the current from 0 to I in the coil. This is the amount of work done by the external agent, that was the alternating EMF. Now, that is the work done by the external source to build up a current from 0 to I was half Li square. So from this, the conclusion is to build up the current from 0 to I naught, that is from here to here. This is your I naught. To build up the current from 0 to I naught, using this expression, the work done will be half L I naught square, because L is constant. The inductance of the coil is constant, that which I have derived in magnetic effects of current, where I have found out the inductance L of a long solenoid, and how it was depending on the number of turns. All that I have calculated in previous lessons. So for an inductor, if E is equal to E naught sin omega t, the alternating EMF, means this is the EMF at a time t. This is the maximum value of the EMF that I have explained you time and again. And when this EMF will be E naught, when this is equal to, when this function sin omega t becomes 1 into E naught is 1. And sin omega t will be 1 at different situations. That is sin pi by 2, when this is pi by 2. That is, now from 0, this is 2 pi, this is pi, this is pi by 2. Here, this is maximum. That is at pi by 2, this sine function is 1, right? Similarly here also, right? So for an inductor, we also derived, if E was E naught sin omega t, the current was I naught, the maximum value of the current, sin omega t minus pi by 2. From here and here, the conclusion was the current was lagging behind the EMF by pi by 2, or alternately you can say the EMF is ahead of the current by pi by 2. Now, what is the work done in a complete cycle from 0 to t? from 0 to t. This is 0, this is t. 0 to t means this half cycle and this half cycle. What is the total work done? Let us find out. And if you can find out the total work done divided by that time will be power, because work done per unit time is called power. So that is what I'm going to do. So let dW is the small work done. So the integration of that will be the total work done. Any work done is equal to this is power into current, VI. We have derived previously power is equal to VI. Now work done by time is equal to power. So work done is equal to power into time. So this is your power, voltage into current in small time dt. Power into time is equal to the small work done dW in time dt. So the integration of that from 0 to capital T will be the total work done W. So we have considered an inductor. So for E we put E naught sin omega t, and for I put current I put I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2, because it is lagging behind with respect to dt. Now E naught, I naught, I keep it together here because they are constant. Sin omega t remains same thing as this. Now sin omega t minus pi by 2 is nothing but minus cos omega t, dt remains as same. This is simple trigonometry. Now let us go to the next space. Now therefore W is equal to minus E naught I naught is taken out from here. This minus this E naught I naught is taken out. E naught I naught constant, minus means minus 1, that is taken out of the integration. So your total work done becomes minus E naught I naught integration of 0 to t sin omega t cos omega t dt. W becomes minus E naught I naught sin omega t cos omega t dt from 0 to t. Now I multiply this by 2 and I divide this by 2. Means I have not made any changes. So this 2 being a constant is taken out of the integration. So this becomes minus E naught I naught over 2 from 0 to t. 0 to t, 2 sin omega t cos omega t. 2 sin omega t cos omega t. Now this comes under a trigonometric formula. If you consider this as theta, of course this is theta, 2 sin theta cos theta, that is equal to sin 2 theta, that is equal to sin 2 theta dt. Now the integration of this from 0 to t, the integration of this is equal to minus cos 2 omega t by 2 omega, its value from 0 to t. Now how the integration of this sin 2 omega t with respect to dt is minus cos 2 omega t over 2 omega, and this will explain at the end of the video. Very simple. By taking 2 omega t as theta, I can do so. I will explain at the end of the video here. I will explain at the end of video here. Don't worry for that. For the time being, let us proceed further. So this becomes E naught I naught, 2 omega comes here, becomes 4 omega. So this minus is also taken here. I'm left with minus here. This minus was there. Now this minus is taken out, becomes plus. So E naught I naught over 4 omega cos 2 omega t from 0 to t. So E naught I naught over 4 omega, the same thing as this. The value of this in the interval from 0 to t. Look, here the variable is small t, not omega. Omega is constant. So this limit from 0 to t is for this t, this small t. So I put the upper limit, cos 2, omega is 2 pi by capital T, for small t I put capital T, minus for small t I put 0, so cos 2 omega into 0. So this becomes E naught I naught over 4 omega, this dt cancels, cos 4 pi minus 0 into this thing is 0, cos 0 is equal to 1, and cos 4 pi is also 1. So I have kept it here. So 1 minus 1, 0, 0 into this thing is 0. So the total work done in a complete cycle is equal to 0 if an inductor is connected across an alternating EMF. So now what is the power? Since the total work done is 0, work done by time, I have taken the time capital T, 0 to t, means t minus 0 is equal to capital T in this much time. So the power is equal to work done by time, 0 by t, that is equal to 0. Means it consumes no power in a complete cycle. Now what is the physical meaning? What is the meaning of this? Very important. You are not required to write this part actually. This is for your understanding. What you have to finish is up to this part only if you are asked in your examination. If you are asked to find the average power consumed by an inductor in a complete cycle, you have to derive up to this point only, not this. So, but the meaning I have to explain. When I grows from 0 to I naught, that is when I goes from 0 to I naught, work done by the external source was half L I naught square, and this was stored in the inductor as its magnetic potential energy. Now, then this I now reduces from I naught to 0. Now, when I reduces from I naught, that is from here to 0, this amount of energy work done, which was done by the external source, then when I reduces from I naught to 0, this work done, half Li is returned back to the source. And therefore, net power supplied by the source is 0. Means net work done is 0, therefore power is 0. That is same thing. Similarly here, growing from here to here, increasing, whatever is the work done, the same is returned back to the source. Then coming back to how the integration of sine 2 omega t with respect to dt is equal to minus cos 2 omega t over 2 omega. Let me explain here for your better understanding. So integration of sine omega t with respect to dt is how much? Okay, this is definitely an angle because a sine function is associated with an angle. You cannot write sine of 10 meter. This is meaningless, right? You can write sine of an angle. So 2 theta is an angle. So 2 omega t is an angle. So let 2 omega t is equal to theta. That is same thing as saying theta is equal to 2 omega t. So theta depends on time. So I can differentiate theta with respect to time. So d theta by dt. So derivative of theta, 2 omega t over dt, 2 constant, omega constant taken out, dt over dt is equal to 2 omega. I hope this you know. This is not by cancelling, dt cancels. How dt by dt is equal to 1, its power is equal to 1. The 1 comes here and its power is reduced by 1. So 1 t to the power 0, anything to the power 0 is 1, 1 into 1 is equal to 1. That is how, not by cancelling. In some of the places you learn it like this, dt cancels with dt and the result is 1. No, it's not that way. And this is the actual thing, right? So your d theta by dt comes out to be 2 omega. Now let us cross multiply this with this. I get dt is equal to d theta over 2 omega. Means for dt I can put this value. So this thing now becomes integration of sine 2 omega t with respect to dt. Now for dt I substitute d theta by 2 omega. So this becomes integration of sine. This I took as theta. For dt I substitute d theta by 2 omega. D theta by 2 omega. 2 omega is a constant, is taken out of the integration. So I'm left with integration of sine theta with respect to d theta. And now this is simple. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. So minus cos theta. So this I replace theta again with 2 omega t because that is what I had initially taken. So this becomes minus 2 cos 2 omega t over 2 omega. Okay, I think it is clear.